Hello friends, in this lesson we will learn how to use clone stamp tool to duplicate information in our images. Till now we have learnt various ways of painting in Photoshop. Let's now see what else Photoshop can do. We can actually duplicate or heal some areas of an image which might have some undesirable elements in it. For example, in this image there is this bird kind of thing which I want to remove. To do so, the very first tool that I want you to be familiar with is the clone stamp tool. This tool is right here. It looks like a rubber stamp and it is known as clone stamp tool. The keyboard shortcut for this tool is S. Now what this tool does is it simply samples an area in an image and, as the name suggests, clones or duplicates those areas to another location. Suppose I take my cursor near this bird and press Alt, my cursor changes to this hair-like cursor. It means we are about to sample this area. Now if I left click, it samples this area. I leave the Alt button and start painting. Now while cloning, it is very important to sample the areas very near to our source. Suppose I want to delete this, I'll sample the area just next to it. Every time I am selecting a source, I am pressing Alt. This way we can eliminate the whole bird. But this is a destructive way. We are actually altering the pixels of the image. I'll press Ctrl Alt Z a few times. Now let's do it in a non-destructive way. Let's create a new layer. But we can't sample on an empty layer. In this control panel, we can set this sample to current and below. It means that it will sample this layer and the layer below it. So now if I sample and start painting, it is doing it in a non-destructive way. It is painting on this layer and sampling from both the layers. If I turn it off, you can see that bird is still there. I'll remove it completely. Now let's see some more settings up here in the control panel. This one is a tool preset. It does not have any tool preset by default. Now the stamp tool also uses the brush engine. The hard round brush will create hard edges and the soft round will create soft edges. Again, this is the brush panel. You know very well about it. We will talk about this tool in a while. You are familiar with the mode. These are the blend modes of the sample. This is the opacity of the sample, and this button controls the pen pressure on the tablet to control this opacity. You are familiar with flow as well. This enables the airbrush style to build up the effect. I have talked about this in my earlier lesson. Now this align is checked on. It means that we are going to use the same offset for each stroke of our brush. I'll show you what it means. Now if I sample this building from here and start painting it here, and if I again paint, it paints the area beside that tower. It means it is using the same offset as this. I'll hit Ctrl Z. Now if I turn it on and again sample this tower and start painting and paint again, you can see it will paint the same area as we sampled. It will not paint the offset. I'll hit Ctrl Z once again. I'll click the aligned on. Now this icon, which looks like a black and white circle with a line through it, is to tell clone stamp tool to ignore the adjustment layers. Suppose we have created any adjustment like hue, saturation or levels on our layer. We can check this button on and tell the clone stamp tool to ignore that adjustment layer. And this last one is to adjust the brush size according to the pen pressure on the tablet. Now let's try to duplicate this building. I'll take the source and start painting it here. Now since this is on this new layer, we can always edit it. We can use eraser to erase some parts, or we can use a brush and paint some areas. like so. I'll hit Control Z. So we can do many cool things. Now let's look at this tool here. This is called the clone source panel. If we click it, this clone source panel opens. It can also be opened right under the window clone source. The clone source panel allows us to customize the clone stamp tool and a couple of other tools. At the top of this panel is this row of buttons. These allow us to save multiple areas that we have sampled. With this first button clicked on, if I sample this area, you can see in the preview what we have sampled. Now click on this second button and try to sample this. The preview shows us what has been sampled. But if I go back to this button, this was the earlier sample. So these 5 buttons allow you to save 5 different samples. Now with these X and Y values, we can offset our sampled pixels. With these buttons, we can flip our samples horizontally or vertically. We also have the options to scale our samples, or we can set an angle also. This reset transform resets these values. If we have changed these values, it will reset them. Now this overlay area is really important. Show overlay means that it shows us the preview, but if I check it off, we cannot see the preview. I'll check it on again. You know about opacity. This is the opacity of our sampled area. These are the blend modes. Now this clip, by default it is checked on. If I check it off, you can see the whole image is moving with my cursor. So it is very difficult to clone like this. I'll check it on again. So friends, go ahead and play with some of these options and have fun with the clone stamp tool. That's all for this lesson. See you in the next lesson.